August is vitiated.
Without objection.
Madam President, there's no one else in the chamber now. They said that they had other speakers lined up, and when they come in, I'll be glad to yield the floor to them. In the meantime, let me just make a couple of comments about the discussion of today that everyone's addressing, the Democrats and Republicans. I've been here for a number of years. I have seen different administrations come through. I think this is the first time the American people have finally woken up to the fact that we finally have gotten to a point where we can't continue to do as what we have been doing. When President Obama came into office, he came out with his first budget, then his second budget, then his third budget. If you add these budgets up, what he has done, and he has successfully, since he had total control of the House and the Senate, been able to pass these budgets, that he has added more debt to our national debt in 2 years than every president throughout in the history of this country, every president from George Washington to George W. Bush. I can remember coming to this floor when I was outraged back in 1995. Then President Clinton came up with a budget, and that budget was a $1.5 trillion budget. This budget that President Obama has come out with is not just a trillion, not $1.5 trillion, it's $3.5 trillion. And the deficit alone for this 1 year is greater than the entire budget was for the entire year of fiscal year 1996. And it can't happen. You can't continue to do that. And consequently, and I criticize some of my Republican friends, a lot of them voted for the $700 billion bailout back in October in 2008. Then, of course, none of the Republicans voted for the $800 billion stimulus package. And, you know, right now they're quibbling over it. Well, can you really cut $6 billion or $60 billion from the budget? And yet they passed an $800 billion stimulus package, spending. It's never been done before in the history of this country. And it's got to stop now. And I think we have. I've watched what Paul Ryan's doing over there. Boy, I mean, that's heavy lifting. That's tough. But he's talking about doing something that is very real. I see my good friend from Utah has come in. With that, I will yield the floor.
Mr. President.
The senator from Utah.
Well, I thank my great colleague and appreciate him.